YTBC, what's the deal? This is a very, very late fight prediction. This fight is actually taking place tonight at the Belvedere in Elk Grove, Illinois. Nick Asberry, 8-0 prospect with 4 knockouts, a guy who I've done a prospect watch video on. So if you haven't caught that, please go check it out on my playlist. He just came back from the Tyson Fury camp, well, some months ago now, but he came away from the Tyson Fury camp. He was his chief sparring partner, getting him ready for his big clash with Vladimir Klitschko. He was at that camp with Huey Fury, Cassius Chaney, another undefeated prospect American who I've done a video on also. Go check him out. And Young Fury was in that camp too. So I want to see what he learned in that camp. Now, the last time, I've done a prospect watch on him, I was saying that I want to see him sit down on some right hands a little bit more than he has. Use his jab, double it up, triple it up a little bit more, because he's a very big, strong kid, about 6'5", 240, 6'4", 240. So want to see him do that, and I want to see him work inside a little bit more. And also brought up, I wish Riddick Bowe would help some of these, at least the Americans, because, he's an American fighter. At least help some of the guys here, man. Some of these big guys work better on the inside, because I don't really see these big guys working on the inside. These guys are electing to just hold and use their size advantage, which isn't a bad strategy, but you can also get some work in on the inside like Bo used to. But anyways, I like Nick Asberry. He seems to have a mean streak in him in the ring. Comes across like a nice kid. I've seen some interviews. He was talking about his past and bad decisions he's made, and he's trying to make good decisions. So I like what I hear. He's 26 years old. He's 25 years old, and I like what I hear. I like what I see. He's fighting Jamal Woods. You may look at Jamal Woods, you're going to see his record: 8, 24 losses and 4 draws. You're going to say, oh, this is going to be easy. This prospect should knock him out in the first round. If he does knock him out, that will be a good accomplishment. The last time I believe Woods got knocked out was against Adam Koneski. I've done the video on Koneski also. He's a New York kid, undefeated kid right now. I believe he's with Al Heyman. But Jamal Woods, 6'3", 240-pounder, 26 years old. He has a chin, he has experience, and he's unknown. You don't know what's going to happen. He may come to the ring with tennis shoes on. You don't know what's going to. He may fight southpaw. He may fight orthodox. He may throw flurries this fight. He may grab. He may stay away and try to make Nick Asberry lean in and overcommit to a punch. He's the type of guy, you land 4 or 5 punches on him, he'll land them back. He'll circle. I mean, he loses a lot, but he's taking fights on a 2 weeks notice, 3 weeks notice, 4 days notice. He's been in there with other prospects who I've done videos on. John Wesley No Fire. He usually takes guys the full 4 and 6 rounds. He actually pulled out a draw against an undefeated prospect, Darlington Aga, and he lost to Aga also. He's beat other guys I've done videos on. Robert Alfonso, the Cuban guy. Tayshawn Dong, a fight that I thought Woods won. I thought Woods beat Tayshawn. I thought he outfought him. I thought he outlanded him. I thought he won. I thought he controlled the pace. I thought he was making Dong miss at times. I thought he won the fight. He's been in there with Trevor Bryan, another undefeated prospect. Even some journeymen like Danny Batchelder and Rhodes, Marcus Rhodes. So he's been in there with some guys. He actually KO'd Johnny White. Some of you remember Johnny White used to be an undefeated prospect years ago. So he has a win over Johnny White. He's a guy that's supposed to come in there and lose, but you don't know what you're gonna get with Jamal Woods, man. I can see him making this a draw. I really could. So I put Jamal Woods in there with guys like Avery Gibson and John Bolden and Garrett Wilson. You just never know. He may mess around and win the fight. And last weekend we had an upset. Damon Reed, the 44-year-old who got some of you old heads may remember him from the 90s. He got a title shot against Herbie Hyde when Hyde won that vacant WBO strap from I believe he fought Tony Tucker for that. But yeah, Aaron Green lost to Damon Reed last weekend here in the Twin Cities. Aaron Green's a hometown fighter. Well, he was 16-0 with 14 knockouts. Now he moves to 16-1, and he got dropped in the fight. So you never know, man. These, you go in there with guys like a Damon Reed and, like I said, Jamal Woods. You don't know what's going to happen. These guys may show up and pull out a victory. But I'm gonna go with Nick Asberry. I want to see what he's learned from that Tyson Fury camp. He also has gotten guys like Brian Jennings ready for his fight with Klitschko. So he's got 2 guys ready for Klitschko. So and he's a smart kid. He's not like some of the 25-year-old kids you hear that never even really watch boxing. He studied. From him, he's studying guys like Charles Burley. Some of you remember Charles Burley. Great fighter. Larry Holmes, another great fighter. Foreman, Mayweather, Mike Tyson, Ricardo Lopez. So he's studying, and he's looking to get better. He stays in the gym. He lives in the gym. You know, and I like that about the kid. So I'm going to pick Nick Asberry to win this fight. I'm thinking it's going to go to full 6 rounds, but maybe he can do what Kanowski did and get Jamal Woods out of there, which is not easy to do. But I'm going to go with Nick Asberry in this fight, and as soon as this fight is uploaded to YouTube, or I can find it somewhere online, Facebook or somewhere, I will do a post-fight video on it. But I'm going to go with Nick Asberry to beat Jamal Woods by decision, and I won't be surprised if Jamal Woods pulls out 2 rounds in this fight. YTBC, I'm out.